Imagine this. You wake up fired up with a new goal. Maybe it's to lose 10 pounds, launch a side hustle, or finally write that book. You set the goal, you feel motivated. But a week later, you're back to old habits. Sound familiar? That's because you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Let that sink in. Goals don't determine success. Systems do. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, said it best. Winners and losers often have the same goals. Every athlete wants to win gold. Every student wants an A. Every entrepreneur wants a thriving business. So if goals are the same, what separates the top 1% from the rest? The systems they build. Daily routines, habits, feedback loops. That's what creates results, not wishful thinking. Let's get this straight. A goal is the destination. A system is the vehicle. You want to drive to success? Focus on the engine, not the finish line. Most people obsess over the outcome and ignore the process. But here's a rare fact. Research shows that dopamine, the brain chemical linked to motivation, spikes not when we achieve a goal, but when we make progress. It's the small wins that keep us going. Here's a story. In the early 2000s, the British cycling team was a joke. No Olympic wins. No Tour de France. Then they hired Dave Brailsford, who didn't focus on medals. He focused on systems. He introduced the idea of marginal gains, improving every tiny aspect of training, sleep, nutrition, even the way the cyclists washed their hands. The result? They dominated the next Olympics. That's systems in action. The funny thing is, goals can actually get in your way. Once you hit a goal, the motivation vanishes. You ran the marathon, now what? Without a system, you fall back. That's why New Year's resolutions fail. People aim big, but never build the habits to back them. A goal without a system is like a car without fuel. Looks nice, goes nowhere. Systems make success inevitable. Want to write a book? Don't set a deadline for 300 pages. Set a system to write 1 page a day. That's 365 pages a year. Miss a few days? You still have a book. That's the power of consistency. Rare fact, Jerry Seinfeld's productivity trick wasn't about jokes. It was about not breaking the chain. He marked an X on the calendar each day he wrote. Simple system, legendary result. Think about this. When a rocket goes to space, most of the energy is spent just lifting off. That's the same with habits. The beginning is the hardest. But once the system is running, momentum kicks in. You don't have to rely on motivation anymore. You've built autopilot. And motivation, by the way, is highly unreliable. It's like trying to run a business only when you feel inspired. It doesn't work. Let's be real. Setting goals is easy. Everyone can dream. But building systems takes effort. It means showing up when you don't feel like it. It means designing your environment to support your habits. Did you know that willpower is like a muscle that gets tired with use? That's why successful people don't rely on it. They build systems that remove friction. They make the right thing the easy thing. Want another example? Look at Kobe Bryant. He didn't say, "I want to be the greatest." He lived it. Early morning training, obsessive film study, strict routines. His goal wasn't special. His system was. Or take Stephen King. He writes 2,000 words every single day. Not when he's in the mood. Every day. That's not a goal. That's a system. And that's why he has over 60 novels. Here's a simple challenge. Pick one goal you've been struggling with. Forget the goal. Ask yourself, what system would make this inevitable? Want to get fit? Create a habit of working out at the same time daily. Put your shoes near your bed. Make it frictionless. Remember, you don't become successful by setting goals. You become successful by becoming the kind of person who lives in a system of excellence. Systems are about identity. When you show up daily, you're casting votes for the person you want to become. And identity sticks. That's how you change for real. So, stop obsessing over the scoreboard. Focus on playing the game better each day. Build the system. Trust the process. Success will chase you down eventually, and you'll wonder why you ever thought goals were the answer. If this made you rethink how you chase success, then do one thing. Subscribe to this channel for more real-world strategies that actually work. Drop a comment below with a system you're planning to build. And remember, goals set your direction. Systems build your destiny. Now go build yours.